Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Rafael from Notebooks Project, and today we're gonna see a Java Challenger about streams and flatMap. Okay, so this is the Java Challenger about streams and flatMap. Here we are basically creating an object and then passing into the constructor the animal that would be a dinosaur and what he eats. So it would be chicken and ice cream. Dinosaurs love ice cream, so that's why. And the second animal is a dog, and dog loves to eat cheeseburger, bones, and also soda. Okay, so here we are creating a list of both animals, the dinosaur and the dog. And then we are creating a string, mapping them to the foods, and then creating a flat map and limiting everything to 4 and collecting it in the end. And here you can see the pojo from the animal. Okay, so that's it for this challenger. I'm gonna give you some time and then feel free to reach out with the answer when you're ready. Okay guys, so are you ready to see the answer?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see it. I'm gonna run it. Ta-da-da-da. You're right, guys. Congratulations. Nice one. Yeah, you are definitely getting better. You are getting the answer right with more frequency. So congrats.
It's the mark of a good teacher.
Okay, guys, so we are creating here a collection that implements the set interface. And as most of you know, with the set interface, the elements are not ordered. So which means that ice cream can come first or chicken can come first. We don't know. And here we are creating another set of, and the same rule will be applied here. And basically on the animal pojo, we are receiving the name and the foods from the animal. And that's pretty much it for this pojo, okay? And then here is the good thing. It's where we are using streams. So basically we are creating an array here, an array list from the animal 1 and animal 2, and then we are going to create a stream. From that stream, we are going to map this stream to the foods. So basically, we are going to, instead of having a stream of animals, we're going to have a stream of foods. So the map method is basically a transform method, which we can just transform our current stream of animals to a list of foods, okay? And then the interesting thing here on this challenger is the flatMap method that enables us to use another string inside the animal stream. So when we gain access to the stream from the foods, we can manipulate this foods list. So for example, as we use this flatMap here and we transformed the current animal stream to the stream of foods, we can use another method here like a limit for, or we can use the filter method, and we can manipulate all the foods from the animals, okay? And then on the filter method, we are using a lambda, and basically we are saying here that every food name have to match. Here we are using regex. That means everything, okay? So the dot means every character, and this symbol means that we're gonna get an infinite quantity of the string, okay? And then in the end, we're gonna use the terminal operator collect that is gonna basically get the list of food. So as we transformed our current string to a string of foods, here we are just considering the string of food. So by knowing that, we are going to return the string of food, and the string of food will be manipulated with the rules that we applied here. So that's why of the result. I can show you an extra of the flatMap method. So we can come here and then you can see that the flatMap receives actually a function, and from any type that is super of the type that we passed, and then it returns an indeterminate type that extends our return type, okay? And this method reference can be also a lambda. I can show you here. So we can do that. It's gonna be the same result. Or we can even use an anonymous inner class, okay? So we could say here a new function that will be pretty much the same. So strings dot string. We just have to be careful here and change the generic to string, okay? Because on the next pipeline of the string, we are using strings. So if we leave here on the generic type, a type that is nothing, we will have a compilation error here because we are manipulating strings, okay? So I can even show you that. Yeah, as you can see, we have a compilation error, but if we change the generic here, I'll just have to change here as well. Then it's fine. It's pretty much the same, okay? I just want to show you the possibilities that we can do with this flat map. And I mean, this is pretty complex. It's very verbose. It's not suitable. I mean, we can use that, but it's something that makes our code much more complex, and we don't want that. We can just transform all of this verbosity to a method reference, which makes our lives much easier. So we just can say, okay, compiler, I just want to pass the method stream from the set interface, and that's it. And then basically what we are doing here, we are just getting the stream from the foods set here, and we are returning this stream, and then we can manipulate the stream of foods. Perfect. So that's the main point of these challengers, to show you what we can do with method references or lambdas or anonymous inner classes. So they are all the same in that context, at least. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this challenger. Do you have any questions? So the main goal of the flatMap is to invoke another string. Because, for example, here we have a set of foods, but we don't have access to the string. So with the flatMap, we can get a string inside another string and then make transformations or being able to manipulate as we were able to manipulate the foods in the string pipeline. So that's the goal of the flatMap method, is to manipulate a string inside another one. So you can see here that at first we mapped our string to get foods, so which get us access to this set of strings. And then once we use the flatMap, we just say, oh, okay, so I have the set of foods, but I want to go into the stream of these foods, of the set of foods. And then I want to manipulate as I wish. So with the flatMap gives us this possibility of manipulating an array that is inside an instance, and then gives us a lot of possibilities. Yeah, so yeah, very good question, Rodrigo. You got me on this question. And yeah, actually, as you see here, when we map this string, we have a list of a set of string, so which makes kind of a map, because as you see here, we have a line of the set and another line for the food from the dog. Okay, so we break this set per object. So for example, when we map them here, we're gonna break them into both objects that we have. So we're gonna show the food from the dinosaur and for the dog. So, and once we have that, we're gonna create a string for each one of them, and then those rules are going to be applied for both of them as well. Thanks a lot for your question, Rodrigo. It was a really good one. Okay, so yeah, after this question, I think that's it. Thanks everyone for participating on the Java Challengers. So you saw the importance of the flatMap method. You saw the huge power that it has. You can go on and on inside an object. You can manipulate lists, you can manipulate sets, you can manipulate many layers of an object, many layers of complexity on your object. So it's really powerful. And you saw also the difference between method references, lambdas, and anonymous inner class. They are pretty much the same, not when they are compiled, because, for example, if you use an anonymous inner class instead of a method reference, you're going to suffer a bit with performance because when you use anonymous in your class, it takes more resources from the CPU. So keep that in mind. Whenever you can use lambdas, it's better. So prefer to use lambdas or method references. And also, it makes your code cleaner. Okay? So that's the takeaway of this challenger. And if you want to know more, you go to nobugsproject.com, and then there's a section there called Java Dev Gym, and then you can take Java quizzes every week, and they are ranked. So if you get them right, you can be the first one. Okay? So yeah, that's it for this Java Challenger. And if you like the video, give a like and get subscribed, because in that way they're gonna be helping me out to produce better content for you. Okay? And that's it for today. And yeah, be ready to use the full power of Java. So see you next time.